Hello, all of my rad friends, and welcome back to another video. It has been an age since I filmed a video, and the reasons for that I think I'll be getting into in my next video. But for now, I just wanted to come back and just kind of start the new year fresh with a makeup decluttering video. This is the insane situation I've been living with my makeup vanity, and I can't do it anymore. Today's video is going to be the first of two parts, where I go through my makeup category by category and declutter just basically what I'm never using or what I don't want or what I just doesn't suit me anymore in the way I like to do my makeup right now. But I just really wanted to do this. I thought this would be fun too, because most of the declutter videos you see out there for makeup collections, it's like a professional YouTuber's makeup collection, and those are like really unrealistic for a lot of us. So I thought it'd be fun to kind of see it from a more like regular makeup person, like their collection. Might sound a little silly. So the rest of the video is going to be like an overhead shot where you can like see my hands, and we're going to be just going through talking about what I have, what I like, what I don't like, and keeping just things that I really actually think I'm going to be excited to use. And I know I'll feel such a sense of relief to get rid of those things that I feel like I should want to use, but I just don't, and then they sit there staring at me. So let's get started. The first category I'm starting off with today is primers, so I'm gonna pull them all on screen. Okay, so these are my primers. I've got my face primers here and my eye primers here. I think that I'm going to start with the eye primer because that's easy. I've had this one for, I think I got it at the end of 2019. So I've had it for 3 years now, and it's getting kind of old and gross, and I just really don't want to put it on my eyes anymore. Yeah, the expiration says 12 months. I don't know. It's especially because it's something that goes on my eye. I usually don't care about that type of thing. Even the sample I had of this lasted forever, so perhaps it was silly of me to spend all the money. This is an expensive product, to spend all the money on a full size when I probably could have scored a sample somewhere, but you live and learn. I'm going to get rid of that. And this one was brand new. I just got it as a gift, so I'm excited to start using that. So that was pretty easy. And now we're left with face primers. I've got 3 glowy ones and 2 sort of mattifying ones, and 2 that I'm not even sure what they do. I've used samples of this before, and I just got it in a raffle. This is the Touche Éclat Blur Primer from YSL. I haven't even used it, but I think it was okay. I don't know. I felt like it didn't do much, so I think I'm going to pass this on to a friend. This I have used quite a few times. It's some sort of skincare primer hybrid. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. I've used it multiple times, and it's just I think it does do an okay job of making my skin look okay and helping the makeup, but I just don't feel, it's just a sample. I don't feel very enthused by it. Every time I use it, it's just because I'm forcing myself. So I'm going to put this aside as well and declutter that. And this I've also had for years and years. I've actually made quite a huge dent in it. It's getting hard to get the product out, and I don't know, it's also kind of gross to me because I've had it for so long. The bottle's dirty, but even besides that, I just feel like the primer's gloppier than it used to be. It's just weird to me now. So I'm gonna get rid of that as well. And now I'm left with just these 3 primers. Now, I love this product, but I don't know if you guys can see this, but the color has started to separate in the bottle, and that kind of weirds me out. I keep my primers by my mascara, guys. That's why there's like black smudges on everything. But I don't know. I used up most of it, and just the way it's separating grosses me out. I bought this for my wedding in 2021, and now it's 2023, and I think it's time to say goodbye. And now I'm down to just these 3, and I feel pretty good about that. Honestly, these are interchangeable. They pretty much do the same thing. This does provide me a bit of lightening. It's a little bit lighter than my skin color, but the next color down just has like the wrong undertones for me. So I don't use it all that much. To be honest, most of the time I default to this. I've made really good progress on this, but I think I'm going to keep all of these. You know, I was going through a green color corrector phase in 2021 prior to my wedding. I got some face treatments done that actually damaged my skin. And so my face was really red that year. So I was really into green color corrector. Now that damage has kind of faded to almost like yellowy hyperpigmentation, and I don't use green color corrector as much, but this doesn't really do much color correcting anyway. I'm going to keep this just because this is nice to travel with, vice this, and I do like to go for little weekends away, or sometimes I actually put together a travel makeup kit and do my makeup on the go quite a lot. So I will keep both of the glowy ones and then this one pore correcting one, and I honestly think that's good for me. So I feel really good about that. These are the products I'm keeping, and these are what I'm getting rid of. This was a very easy category. I think I pretty much knew which ones I didn't want anymore before I even started, but we're starting easy, guys. We're starting easy. Okay, so I'm feeling really good about that. The next category in the base makeup realm is going to be, let's do color correctors. So I got all my color correcting, and it's basically just these 3 products. Let's see if I can do that. Yeah. So I bought these. This was from prior to my wedding when I had a lot of redness on my face. I was using this a lot. Now I'm more using this, but this does come in handy. I do sometimes use it sometimes on my nose a little bit when my allergies are bad, but this is nice on blemishes. Now there's this over here. I used to use these, especially this, there's like a little flap over it to keep the powders off the creams. And I used to use this all the time, which does have a nice emollient consistency, but it's gross. It's 2 years old, and there's like, I don't know, like little hairs and dirt stuck in it. I love this purple powder, but I've actually been eyeing a purple powder from Givenchy, and I got a Nordstrom gift certificate for Christmas, and I haven't used it yet. I think I'm going to pull the trigger, and that is what I need to get rid of this. It's kind of gross. I hate having this whole palette just for this one product. So yeah, I think I'm going to get rid of this. It's just past its prime. Those cream products gross me out, so I'm going to get rid of that. So I'm keeping these 2 and getting rid of this. The next base product category is going to be like actual base products. So we've got concealers and foundations. If you've watched me do makeup before on my channel, you've seen that what I used to do is these 2 with a little green color corrector mixed in, because this is the perfect, this one is the perfect, they're rolling everywhere. This one is the perfect undertone for me, but it's a little too dark. So then I would lighten it with this Rare Beauty foundation, but it's a little too pink. So then I would add some green in to make it more olive undertone, make it more less saturated. But what I did actually was I went out and bought this instead. Now this is the lightest color of the Rose Ink Concealer. A YouTuber I watch, Hannah Louise Poston, this is like her perfect match, and she always recommends it, but she was always talking about it being super pale and desaturated and like neutral. And I wanted like a really light color mix in for this. So now what I've been doing is mixing these 2, and it's perfect for me. And this one, I just don't see myself using anymore. Now this one is too orange for me, but I sometimes use it to counteract dark circles under my eyes, and because it's a little bit too orange, the orange counteracts the blue really nicely. Now, I also used to use this to do that, but since I'm getting rid of this, I'm going to keep this. It is past its prime, I think. I think it's getting a little old. I don't know. I might think about replacing it soon, but for right now, it's okay. We are going to focus first on decluttering and then later on buying more stuff if we need it. But for right now, this combination works really well with me. And if I do use this a little bit mixed with this to do some brightening under my eyes, it's also really nice. I think these three are pretty much all I use now for my base products. So we're going to keep these three. And the last category is powders, and I guess powders and sprays. Okay, so these are my 3 powders and my 4 sprays. I just recently got this in my advent calendar, my Yes Style advent calendar, and I have not used it. It's kind of a glowy spray. Unfortunately, I had just bought this, which is also a glowy spray, and it's my favorite ever. I pretty much always prefer using this to trying this. So I'm going to get rid of this and give this away. Now, as for these 3, these are my 2 like lock it in place sprays, and this is my 1 like blend it together kind of glowy spray. These 2 are interchangeable. I do like having this small size to bring with me, but I like this product as well. It works. I've used most of it. I think what I'm going to do is just focus on finishing this up, and then this will be my 1 lock it in place spray. And I'll keep them both for now, but just focus on using this one up. And last, that brings me to my powders. So I've got my loose powder here. This is not my favorite powder, loose powder. I actually love the Laura Mercier powder, but I used it all up and I had this, so I'm trying to use this up, but I actually haven't been very pleased with it, and I've used most of it. I don't know if you can see that. I've used most of it up. This is the Glossier Wowder, and I recently bought the Kosas powder, and I've heard wonderful things about it. It's doing mochi skin, it not being too powdery, but it's given me kind of a powdery look. So I'm not that happy with this Kosas powder, but it's working okay for me. It's almost getting hard pan, and that kind of bothers me. I don't know what I did wrong. It's probably the first time I've even swatched it with my finger. I mostly use my brush. Maybe my brushes aren't clean. So I might have to take that hard pan layer off. And then this, I've had this a really long time, for quite a while back in the day. This was my only sort of base product, but it's gross to me now. It's so old. Gosh. Probably got this in 2015, and it's just been in the back of the drawer, and I kind of forgot I had it till I was pulling everything out for today. So I'm getting rid of this also. I'm going to keep both of these, 1 loose and 1 compact, but I'm going to try to focus on using this up, and then we'll see if, when this is my only powder, how I feel about it. Well, my only setting powder. I do plan on buying the purple powder to help brighten me on days when my skin is looking very dull, but yeah, I think we'll keep these 2. So that sums up the base product category. Let me pull this all back out here. These are the products that I'm keeping, and these are the products that I'm getting rid of. To be honest, these are all just mostly garbage, with the exception of this one. And this was not very hard. This is a category where I tend to stick to just basics. Like, I don't have a range of foundations. I just have basically the one, and then items to correct the color. But I don't try different brands frequently for my just staple base products. So this was an easy category, but you can still see that I've gotten rid of a lot of the junk. I'm keeping 14 products and getting rid of 18. That means I started getting rid of 8. No, 9, which means that I started with 23 and I'm keeping 14. I think that's pretty good. Since we're on a streak of more utilitarian products and not color cosmetics yet, I would like to focus on mascara eye products. That includes eyelashes and eyelash glue. So I'm going to pull all of that out here. Okay, so these are my products for my eyelashes and my eyebrows, and they're all very utilitarian. for the most part. So I think this is another somewhat easy category before we start moving on to color cosmetics. Okay, so let's focus on, I think we'll focus on eyelashes first. Okay, so these are all of my false eyelashes. I wear false eyelashes pretty much anytime I do a full face of makeup. I wear, well, the last couple months I haven't been wearing makeup much at all because I haven't been feeling well, but in general, most days I will do a little bit of color cosmetics. But if I've done a full face of makeup, including foundation, which is mostly just for if I go out at night, I will wear false eyelashes. So I do get a lot of wear out of them, but I've got multiple sets that I don't really need. Oh, and I almost forgot to include this product as it goes with the lashes. So the first are these, I cut these down to little half lashes, but they sort of started falling apart. So these are gross and garbage. I do really like this Huda Beauty shape though. Gosh, which one is it? It's the Camille number 16. I really like that one. And this NARS one, I bought this a few years ago, wore it once, and then immediately lost the other one. So I've kept this around for years, hoping I'd run across these. Sometimes when I've been drinking, I take them off and I stick them to, I don't know, stuff. And then the next day I find them and I clean them and they're like stuck to like a book next to my bed or something ridiculous like that. But sometimes I don't find them for like a month because they're stuck somewhere really weird, like the edge of the mirror or something that I don't notice. But this has been quite a while and I still have not found the other one. So I think I'm just going to give up on these, which sucks because they were expensive. But we're going to get rid of that. Okay, next we've got these Glamnetic Live-In Lash, and I don't know what to say about these except I hate them. The liner is incredibly sticky, so every time I open or close my eyes, my skin sticks to it. I hate it. I don't know. That's all I can say. I just really hate it. I know these magnetic lashes work really well for some people, but I hate the whole process. I just find it makes it harder. I don't know. So we're getting rid of those. Now we've got these. These are bottom lashes. I find it really hard to put these on and I don't even want to try anymore. I've tried, no, I can't do it without getting glue all over my bottom lashes. So I'm just going to have to say no to this. And unfortunately, since I have put them on my eye, I don't think that these are safe to give to anyone else. But keeping them forever by throwing them away isn't going to get me my money back. You know, the money's already spent, the damage is already done. So I'm just sick of having these around and I'm going to get rid of these too. So that leaves us with these. Actually, I have another set of lashes. I bought the Auric lashes, but I don't know where they are. I haven't seen them for a while, like quite a while. Huh. But when I find those, I definitely am going to keep those. Those are pretty new, but I've used them a few times, but I don't know where they are right now. So let's talk about lash glue. This one is really old. Everything looks gross from being in my drawer, but oh well. And it's black, and I don't really like that. It's nerve-wracking because if I mess up, I've got black globs on my eyes. So I'm going to get rid of that. Also, I got this in 2019, so it's been a while. And I've had this for 2 years. No, a year and a half maybe. It's really gross. It looks gross, but there's nothing wrong with it, so I am going to keep it. But I think I'm going to clean it before I put it back in my drawer. This is the Duo Lash. This is just the cheap lash stuff you can get at, I don't know, any drugstore. I think this is like the most common lash glue that people use. So that leaves these two. I really love this set, so I'm keeping them. And this set, I never use. I don't like the way they look. They're more of like a dolly style where they're longest in the middle. And I prefer lashes that are longest at the ends. Well, these are backwards. So it looks like the inside is longest, but I don't like this style where they're longest at the end, and that's why I never wear them. I don't like them, so I'm gonna get rid of them. And that just leaves these. And if I ever find the Auric ones, those two, but I might have lost them. Maybe I'm just down to these and the glue. and that's okay. So let's pull everything back and see how we did. So this is what I'm getting rid of, and this is what I'm keeping, and that's so great. I keep all this in a little drawer where I also keep all my hair scrunchies and hair stuff, and these were taking up a lot of room, so it's gonna feel really good to get rid of this junk. And we're just gonna keep these. I feel so much better already about that. Okay, so next we are doing brow products, and I've got all my brow products right here. First, this is a cap. This was my old brow product I've actually talked about in some of my makeup videos, and I think I accidentally threw it away in that video when I was bleaching my eyebrows. I was using the spoolie at the back, and I think I put it in a bowl with a bunch of other like stuff that I was using, you know, like the old gloves and stuff, and I think I accidentally threw it away. And I've kept this for a while just in case it shows up, but it hasn't, so I think that's a stupid thing to have in a declutter, but whatever. This is the type of stuff that's in my drawer. Okay, and now I've got these products here. I just got this in my Yes Style advent calendar. Looking at it, you wouldn't think that this was a good color for my brows. It's light, a lot lighter than my brows, but it's nice. It's kind of a neutral. It's a little warm for me. I have kind of an ashy tone to my hair, but it works. It doesn't look too stark, and I really like the consistency. I like the way it blends. I don't know, I really like this spoolie, mostly because it's just fresh and new. So I really like this product, so I'm going to be keeping that. This is what I have used on my eyebrows, and I got this for really cheap from the drugstore. And you can see this is what I was using, and this is what I am using now. You can see the difference, like how much darker this product is. I don't even know who this is by. It's like, it's so worn off. It says eyebrow / brow pencil. I think you can barely see, or eyeliner / brow pencil. I think it was literally like $1, and it's worked really well just to help define the tail, but it was always a little too stark, and I find I get a much more natural look to the tail when I just use this. So I am going to get rid of this little guy. That leaves these 4 products. This for a while was my only clear gel. This is from M Cosmetics. You can't even tell, it's all rubbed off. It's gross. It got super goopy, so because I knew it was gross and I was going to have to get rid of it soon, I was using it to help me put glitter on my brows, and now the wand is covered in glitter and it's goopy and gross, so that is going away. These are some samples that I had. This is Kosas. It's a brown tinted eyebrow gel. It's just, I don't know. I can't get it to, I've used this a little bit as my eyebrows were growing out from blonde to brown. I use this a little bit to even the tone, but this is not really my jam. This is not how I really like to do my brows. So I don't really think I'm going to keep using that. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. I used to use that brow gel for a long time and I liked it, but I actually really enjoy the M Cosmetics one. I'm going to use this and finish it up just because I don't have another gel to help kind of keep them in place, but it's not very strong. It doesn't actually hold them in place for as well as I remember. So I'm going to use this for a while until I feel like it's getting goopy, and then I think I'm going to repurchase the M Cosmetics one, but I am keeping this for now. And this last one is my Gucci pencil, and this is really nice. It's really cool tone. It's kind of a perfect color for me. It's a powder, so you can make it nice and soft and kind of blend it out. It's not something I've been using a ton since my eyebrows are kind of growing out, but this is a product that sort of lasts forever, so I'm just going to keep it. Okay, so these are the 3 products I'm keeping, and these are the 3 and a cap products that I'm getting rid of, and I don't know, that feels good. That feels good to me. And last but not least, we have mascara to do, which is the largest of these categories. These are my mascaras. This one rolls. Okay, let's go. They all roll. What if I do this? Haha, that works. So let's go through these. But first I want to sort them into, I could take out the colored ones. Now, I bought this originally like 3 years ago. This is a red mascara from ColourPop. I'd always kind of wanted a red one. And when I got it, it was completely dried out. And I contacted customer service and I literally never heard back. I left a bad review on the product and that was the end of it. And then like a year and a half later, so like 6 months ago, ColourPop customer service out of nowhere got back to me and was like, hey, we'll replace that for you. So they sent me a new one and it's, I don't know, it's really thick. It's almost so thick it doesn't come off. Like it's dried up and it was like that when I got it. It's not as dried up as the previous one, but it's pretty much unusable. So it's unfortunate. And this blue one I just got from Pat McGrath. It was on sale, 50% off. So funny, the Star Wars one was full price, but this one was 50% off. And the only difference is the Star Wars one literally just says Star Wars on a little sticker. That's it. And this is a little creamier. I still have problems getting this to come off onto my lashes. I don't know what it is. It's like thick mascaras I can't get to actually adhere to my lashes. My lashes are very fine and I think they're like slippery and don't hold mascara, thick mascara well. So I think I need to get a primer to make this work. I really want to make this work. So I think I'm gonna have to get a primer, but I'm gonna keep it for now because it's not dried up yet. So I haven't given up hope that I'm gonna get a primer for it. Now that leaves us with the black and brown mascara. So this is my brown one and I hate it. It doesn't do anything for me. I don't know. I feel like I just never ever wear it and I don't like it and I'm gonna want to get rid of it. That's about it. I wasted my money on it. Let's go to the samples. These are both samples. I really wanted to like this one. This is from Tarte. But as you can see, it is impossible to use without it getting gunk everywhere. I don't know if the camera's going to focus, but it is just disgusting. So I'm just getting rid of this. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury one. It's fine. I've been using this, but it's not my favorite, but I'm going to use this up. I would almost always rather use the Gucci mascara, but this is done. Yesterday I had that realization. I was trying to put it on my lower lashes, which it usually excels at, and it was just like clumpy or goopy. So I have to get rid of this. And one of the reasons I like it so much is the wand. And this has a very similar wand and a thin formula that does get on my lashes and stick to my lashes. I'm going to get rid of the Gucci and keep the Charlotte Tilbury. But when the Charlotte Tilbury is out, I'm going to replace the Gucci. This is my favorite mascara of all time. Okay, now we have nude sticks. I bought this when I was playing around with waterproof mascaras for my wedding. And it is waterproof and it does work. I don't generally wear much waterproof mascara, but it hasn't dried up yet. I know, everyone says throw out your mascara after 3 months. I don't really do that, sorry. I can't advise you to do the same, but I have not had any issues keeping mascara a long time. So I'm going to keep this one. And that leaves us with 3. Now, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I switched the wands on these. So these are 2 Kill Lash from Clio Superproof Mascara. So for my wedding, I ended up using this one on the top lash. And I used this one on my bottom lash, which was really nice. The wand for it, which is in the other one, is great for bottom lashes. It's super tiny and the formula was really good and waterproof, but this dried up. So I opened this one. This was the volume curling and this was the extreme volume. And I didn't realize that they were different products. This one is not waterproof. This is I think a tubing mascara, which I don't know. I hate it. I hate tubing mascaras. It just like comes apart on my face. It's awful. So this one's used up. But I do like this wand. So I stuck the wand I like in it. But even with the wand I hate this mascara. It just gets all over my face, like crumbles. So I'm going to get rid of both of these. And this is the last one. And I got this in my, oh, hello. I got this in my Yes Style Advent Calendar. This is from Neogen, and I do have some of their face products. I like the company, but I was not aware that they had this mascara, and look at that. It is just a little screw for the wand, and you guys, I didn't know I needed this in my life until I had it. This is the only mascara I've ever been able to get at the base of my lashes to really kind of fill in the skin around the base of the hairs around the base of the eyelashes, and it almost looks like I've tight lined. It's just really good to get right in at the base. So this I am definitely keeping. I love this. I didn't know I needed this until I got it, and now I don't know how I ever lived without it. Actually, I do. When we do the eyeliner, I used to use a certain type of eyeliner that was very liquidy and just take the brush and just set it against the base of my lashes, and it would sort of just like spread out amongst them, and that's how I would get the roots of my lashes covered. But the stuff I use, they stopped making, so I'm use this now instead, and it's perfect. These are what I'm keeping, and this is what I'm getting rid of, which I think is great. It feels so good to be getting rid of all these. I had so many in my drawer, the drawer kept catching. So I'm getting rid of 6 and I'm keeping 4. That's super awesome to me, and I'm feeling really happy about that. This is what I'm keeping, and this is what I'm getting rid of. And you guys, I feel so good. Getting rid of so much junk out of my drawers. Oh, this is going to be amazing. I'm so happy I'm doing this. This was long overdue. Okay, well, that is where we're going to have to stop for today, guys. I think this video has gone on long enough today, but we got through all of my base categories, all of my staple products, and I feel really good about that. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching, and our next video I'll be continuing, probably starting with eyeliners and like blushes and cheek products and things like that. So I will see you guys next time, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.